Hi guys. I have started a project where I am going to try to use each of these things 10 times. And the purpose is to see if I want to keep it or if I want to declutter it. And I really am I just want to own fewer items. I want to own less stuff. And so initially here I've picked out some things to focus on, and once I've used, each one 10 times, I'm going to roll it out and then put something else from my collection in its place, and that way I can decide, do I want to keep it? Do I want to declutter it? Do I want to give it away? What do I want to do? Do I want to use it up? So I have picked a mix of things that are fairly new to me and very old. And for the new stuff, I want to see, how does it perform? Do I like it? Does it, do I need it? Do I want to keep it? But for the older stuff, I just want to make sure, it's something that I still love, I still want to use, that still performs the same way, that's not going bad, all of that. So I will start just at the top here. And again, I'm starting this on Monday, the 16th of February. So however long it takes is how long it takes. I don't have a time limit on it. The only, I guess, requirement is if something is usable and it hasn't gone bad, I just want to use it 10 times before I decide what to do with it. So firstly is my What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye eyeshadow palette, which is very new to my collection. I've only used it a handful of times, and one of those times was this week when I used Spikes and Myth. I think that I've used every eyeshadow in this palette except maybe Breath, and it doesn't look like I've really touched Creature either. But all of the rest of them I have used at some point, and I know that this palette is not going to be for everybody, but I love bold eyeshadow looks. I always have. Colorful eyes. I'm all about it. So this is right up my alley. I just want to have fun and play with some of my new stuff too, and not always focus on using up my old stuff. So Spikes and Myth are the two that I used in an eye look this week, and I love it. Up next is my Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. The Chocolate Bar palette was my all-time favorite. I loved it. Mine went, I think it went bad, or it got very old and it just wasn't performing the same way. But I still have the Chocolate Gold, and this week I did use Rollin' Dough twice to set my eye primer. I've used that one a lot over the years for that reason. And then I used So Bougie as a transition in a different look, and I used Holla for a Dollar. So this week I have used it. But this is a very highly pigmented eyeshadow palette, and so to see anywhere at all means that I have used the shade quite a bit. Gold Dipped is one of my favorites. As you can see, it's got a dip in there. But it's so pigmented that just, you only need a little bit. Rich Girl I use a lot of, but I don't think you can tell. And So Bougie is a good transition color for me, and I've used Chocolate Truffle a lot. And if you look at Rollin' Dough, you can see that's one that I very often use to set my eye primer. I heavily rely on that one, and I wonder if I use it 10 times if I'm going to be able to hit pan, honestly, because it's got such a big dip. But like I said, it's one of my oldest in my collection, and I want to get some use out of it, see if I still want to keep it when I'm done, or if it's not performing the same way, get some use out of it before it is decluttered. And I was supposed to throw this away years ago, but yeah, that didn't happen. So the other eyeshadow palette that is also very old to my collection, but I haven't used it this week, is the Urban Decay Naked 3. Now this is, I believe, the second of these palettes that I bought, because I just really like the color story. I think my first one went bad, or it got really old, and I got rid of it, and then I repurchased. But this brand is very, like, these shades are very packed in there, and it's hard to make a dip in one of these palettes because they're so tightly packed. There's so much product. So even though I've had it for years and I have used it many times and love it, it doesn't look like it. So that's one of the reasons I want to do this project, so that my stuff looks like I love it as much as I do. So, like I said, once I hit like 10 uses for Rollin' and Dough, I'll probably roll that shade out and put something else in its place. But I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. On to the lip products. Again, I have like 50 of them, so I just picked some. And so here we go. The first set, I guess it is a set, it came as a set, is the Monday Feels lip gloss and eye pencil. And so as you can see, the lip gloss is showing some windowing, which again, I have so many lip glosses that the fact that this is showing usage means that I've used it a ton in the past. I love it. It smells good. It tastes good. It's the perfect color for me. It came with this lip pencil, and I marked it last year because I wanted to try to use it up, and then I didn't touch it once. So I have to sharpen it, obviously, but I'm thinking if I use this 10 times, maybe I'll get down to like the F of feels. I don't know, just enough times for me to determine, whether I want to keep it or not, because I don't do a lot of lip liners. And so for me, a lot of times it's sort of an unnecessary step. But I guess we'll see. I just want to get some use out of it. Next is my Almay lip gloss in the color Fairy. It's the Goddess Gloss. It's beautiful. Highly recommend. Again, you can see some windowing because of all of my many lip glosses. This is one I reach for a ton. And again, I want to use it before it goes bad. This one would not be up on the chopping block for me by choice, other than it is old, it's ancient, so want to get some good use out of it. And then up next is I picked a couple of my Lipstick Queen lipsticks. I love this brand more than I can even express. I love it so much. This was actually in a project last year, this Saint Coral Red. Again, it's one of my oldest lipsticks, but I love it so much, and I used it, I think, I don't know, like 25 times or something last year, some ridiculous number. And I have a matching mauve shade to it too. So once I use this one 10 times, I'm going to roll it out and roll the other one in so I get to keep using it. And the other one that I have not used, maybe twice ever, is this Frog Prince shade. And it's a mini, but like, that's a lot of product, especially considering how small it's deceivingly small. And it's one of those pH kinds that adjusts to your, I don't know, whatever. So 10 times, again, shouldn't be that hard. So what I'm going to count as times is basically for each time that I use the lipstick. So like if I use it in the morning and then again in the afternoon, I'm going to count that as 2 times. Not like each swipe. That would be silly. Because again, the whole purpose of this is to get use out of my stuff. So up next, I have my Juicy Tubes Lancome lip glosses. I bought these in a set a couple years ago, and I haven't used them. I just opened them like a couple weeks ago. And I mean, I have used them a couple of times each, and I love them and would like to get more use out of them. So that's why they're in here. And this is, what is this shade? Hazelnut? No. hallucination. I wasn't even close. The other one is Framboise Pop, I guess. I don't know what that means, but that's what it is. And then my last lip product that's in here currently is the Urban Decay lipstick in 1993, which I am a huge fan of. And I bought this along with so yeah, I've used it quite a bit actually. That's rolled up as far as possible. But I bought it alongside of another shade, and the other one already went bad. It started smelling like plastic, and it was not. I had to throw it away. So I want to use this one before it goes bad, and I might roll this in again in the fall if it's still in good shape, because browns carry me from fall through spring. I love them. And then perfumes. So again, I'm not going to count each individual spray. That would be silly to do in a project where I'm trying to use up as much as I can. But I have chosen my 3 Sol de Janeiro. None of them are full size. They are the smaller bottles. 3 ounces, 90 mils. So I had one that was full size, that was number 40, and that was not for me. So I took it to work, somebody used it up, I got my money's worth, I'm happy about it. But this one I used last night before bed. It's nice, but again, it's not like a must-have thing for me. And 62 and 71 are both at school, so those actually will get used faster because I have access to them all week. And body sprays go bad really soon as compared to perfumes. So, I don't plan to buy a lot of body sprays in the future other than, the ones that I know I'm going to use up. Love Spell has been my favorite since college. Like, we're BFFs. And I have several others that they're nice, but they're not staples for me. They're not must-haves. So like this Aqua Kiss, I just bought this recently at some point, but I don't even know if I've used it on my body. I know I've sprayed it, but I don't know if I've worn it. So again, I'd like to at least use this 10 times to see if I want to even keep it or if I want to give it away. It's a very fresh, like oceany kind of smell, I think. And I feel like that's more up my sister's alley, but we'll see. And then the other one is Velvet Petals, which, as you can tell, I have used quite a bit of. But again, once I'm done with this, I don't think that I'll need to rush out and buy it again. It's just body sprays don't last, and so they kind of feel like a waste of money in some ways, but also they go bad so quickly that I don't know. We'll see if I even have any at the end of this project, besides Love Spell, because you can pry that from my cold, dead hands. And then the other perfume that I've included is the Lattafa Eclair. I have used it once this week at school already, and the bottle is opaque, so I'm not going to bother to show it to you. You wouldn't be able to see any progress anyways, but it's very much a fall winter scent for me. Like, it's very vanilla heavy, so I'm going to try to use it 10 times before spring. And I know people love it, but for me so far it's just kind of been just another gourmand, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's a staple or if it could be something that I would use up in the future, or give away. I really just want to own the things that I really, really love. Like, some of these perfumes that I have are so nice, and yet they're not like necessary. Just because it smells nice doesn't mean I have to own it, So I'm going to try to figure out what I need to keep and what I can't live without, and what can safely leave my collection. in this project. But if you have any advice or ideas for me, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.